Thank you for joining us here at noon. I'm Jim Stratman sitting in for Brooke Hash today. And right now at noon, Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg is giving his annual State of the City address. Mayor Greenberg will be joined by all of his deputy mayors, Metro Department directors, and several leaders from the community as he highlights his goals for the upcoming year. You see a live look right now from the State of the City. We have a crew there. We'll give you updates a little bit later on this evening, 4, 5, and 6. Well, this was the scene nearly 24 hours ago. You can see on the map here where multiple people were shot, 4 of them over in the Russell neighborhood. 1 man died and 3 others are in critical condition. It happened at 12th and Muhammad Ali, not far from Central High School. Now, the neighborhood is one of many in Louisville that has been plagued by gun violence. WHAS11's Taylor Woods spoke with local community activists who want to see it end.
This man-made drama that's unfolding before our very eyes.
Multiple blocks in Louisville's Russell neighborhood surrounded by crime scene tape after 4 men were shot inside a silver car Wednesday afternoon. Neighbors near the intersection of 12th and Muhammad Ali Boulevard say the gunfire could be heard everywhere.
It was like 4th of July, New Year's Eve.
Louisville Metro Police say 1 man died at the scene and 3 other men were taken to U of L Hospital. 2 JCPS schools in the area were placed on heightened security at the time, and community activist Khalid Rahim says the violence is getting out of hand.
A lot of stuff used to happen at night, in the dark undercover. But things is happening, so, it's getting so common.
Rahim has been to several homicides over the last few months. He feels the lack of accountability is the reason behind the violence.
The product of lack of communication, interpersonal communication.
Police spent hours collecting evidence and canvassing the area for witnesses.
We have individuals in this city that feel comfortable going around and taking someone's life in broad daylight. And that's 100% unacceptable.
LMPD doesn't believe the men are from the area, and they're counting on the public's help for information in this shooting. In Louisville, Taylor Woods, WHAS11 on your side.
Right now, there are no suspects in that shooting, and the LMPD is asking anyone who knows anything to contact their anonymous tip line. That is 574-LMPD. Take a look at the aftermath of the devastating house fire that happened over in Scott County. Today, a southern Indiana woman is mourning the death of her husband. She tells us he went back into the house looking to save their family dog.
He thought maybe she had ran back inside, so he ran inside to try and find her. I ended up finding her outside under one of the cars. So I ran inside and army crawled about 15 foot to where I could see him, and I told him that she was safe outside and that he needed to come on out.
The fire happened on Redbud Lane just east of Austin in Scott County. It started around 5 Wednesday morning. She says that a candle in the bathroom started that fire. The fire department responded very quickly, but firefighters couldn't get to her husband in time.
And when the flames started around the door, the only way I could think that he could get out is through those windows. And whenever I threw the rock through the living room window, I heard him coughing and saying, I love. That's the last I heard anything from him.
That house is destroyed. The Indiana State Fire Marshal is leading this investigation. The wife of former Clark County Sheriff Jamie Null is now also facing multiple felony charges. Misty Null is charged with several counts of theft and tax evasion, according to court documents. She hasn't been arrested because the usual judge recused himself, just like he did when Jamie Null was originally charged. The court is now waiting for the Indiana Supreme Court to appoint a new judge to sign the arrest warrant. Jamie Null is under investigation right now. He's currently facing 15 felony charges related to theft, tax evasion, and official misconduct. Kentucky's state auditor has found inconsistencies in the Kentucky Department of Juvenile Justice facilities. That's according to the CGL Management Group, an international firm specializing in criminal justice consulting and planning. Now, according to the report, the inconsistencies pertain to both use of force and isolation policies and procedures. CGL reported they conflict with nationally recognized practices. The report also found facilities are understaffed, which negatively impacts recruitment and retention. Kentucky Auditor Allison Ball said she was alarmed at the findings, but hopes they will provide a clear direction for some improvements. 3 bills have been filed to increase access to reproductive and maternal health care here in the state. One of the bills, called the SHIELD bill, specifically protects those who travel out of state for an abortion. State Representative Lindsey Burke of Lexington voiced her own personal struggle with pregnancy. She lost 2 of 3 children to medical complications in the womb. Burke says having options made the difference, including traveling to Cincinnati for its resources.
It's not fair that someone should be forced into a horrible situation, make an impossible decision, and then have to live with the fear of being criminalized, attacked, doxxed, whatever, for the rest of their lives.
The SHIELD bill explicitly states women traveling out of state for legal abortions are protected from any type of prosecution. Doctors would also be protected under the bill. The bills aim to provide a way for patients to sue the state if they feel that their health care privacy has been violated. The man accused of assaulting and harassing women in Louisville's medical district is now facing a new charge. Another woman has come forward with more accusations against Antonio Coleman after his arrest last week. In the police report, the woman said she recognized Coleman's mugshot after seeing him on the news. She claims back in December, Coleman exposed himself to her at the intersection of Broadway and Brook Streets near Norton Hospital. He's currently being held at Metro Corrections, but has a history of being released, being deemed unable to stand trial. We spoke with a former Jefferson County judge who says the county attorney needs to step up in this case by issuing a warrant that would allow Coleman to be held in a behavioral health institution.
And if he's not going to be competent to stand trial, then it's incumbent on the county attorney to seek a mental inquest warrant.
If, say, a prosecutor's office has a heavy caseload, are they going to be able to have the time to go through and do all that?
There's no excuse for the county attorney not to do that.
Coleman's first day in court for his most recent charge is scheduled for February 5th.